Hello, Rises, and welcome to another episode for Rise with NunaIsi. I am so honored to have Patricia with us today. She is the creator of Powerhouse, Feng Shui, and author of The Happy Home, a guide to creating a happy, healthy, wealthy life and become a business powerhouse using Feng Shui. She helps entrepreneurs make their homes and businesses magnetic to money, luck, and blessings. She shows you what they don't teach in business schools that lies between the lines, your top secret tool for success. She has helped thousands of people across the globe embrace Feng Shui and create lasting changes in their businesses, homes, and lives. Patricia has seen firsthand the power of the mind, surroundings, and inner healing, clearing and aligning everything so it works holistically. She loves entrepreneurship with 15 years of experience running and growing three successful startups of her own. Patricia has featured in media around the world, including the New York Times, CNN, Fox, Forbes, the New York Post, She Knows, Essence, Mind Body Green, USA Today, and Elephant Journal. I am so excited to bring you her wisdom and her expertise. So let me welcome Patricia to this show.
Thank you so much. I'm delighted to be here with you.
I absolutely love how you weave everything together and place so much importance on our physical surrounding, right? Do you want to dive right in and say this work? How did you find it, or how did that find you?
Yeah, for sure. Well, I think that it's one of the most overlooked things right now with raising the consciousness of our planet and changing frequency and energy. And a lot of our attention is on meditation, mindset, changing our own beliefs and, just seeing the world changing and ourselves thinking we have to change ourselves, which is true. But my experience has come that, and we know that absolutely everything has frequency, everything has an energy, and so does your home, so does your office, so does your actual physical environment that you spend so much time in. And it is either it is impacting you, whether you like it or not. But it's either supporting you or sabotaging you. And when I first kind of came across feng shui, my family had moved into a new house. So they bought a house in parents had bought a new house in this beautiful, like the best area in town. It completely renovated it, put their heart and soul into renovating this beautiful building. And we moved in and everything started to kind of fall apart. It was very interesting because from a financial perspective, it was very good. It was a very supportive house for money. But from a health perspective, from a mindset perspective, from an energy perspective, there was a lot of legal disputes. There was a lot of drama. It was a very difficult house. And, as light beings and light workers, I was quite in tune at the time and I knew something was off. And of course, when the student's ready, the teacher appears. And I don't know how I ever found out about it or how I heard about this word, but I asked for books about feng shui. I tried to feng shui my own bedroom. I was doing all of this work. And, I just knew in my soul that there was something off with this house. And, there was really was. It was a very bad house for people. And without kind of fear, sending fear into people right now. But as you're listening, just knowing that this is why feng shui was created. It was created to help people create homes that are in balance and harmony. And all houses can be brought into harmony and balance. As you raise your own frequency and vibration, you are changing, but your home may not be changing. And it was a match. So back to resonance and law of attraction, wherever you were at that time, whatever state was in you, it was a match for you to be in the home you're in. But if you want change, you have to change yourself, but you also have to change your physical environment. Do you need to move? no, you don't. You just have to, allow the energy of the home to start to support you and your new vision for yourself. So that was my first kind of diving into Feng Shui. And then I wanted to call in love in my late 20s and 30s. I set up my new apartment for love. I then met my now husband. He had also Feng Shuied his house. I walked around, I was like, he's Feng Shuied this, he set it up. So, I got clear on what it is that I wanted, and I changed my apartment to align with that vision. So then I had a lot of single women, especially in the spiritual world, saying, how did you meet him? And I said, well, I did this, this, this. And that was the start, really, and we started doing it in our own house together out of pure interest. And again, I was working as a holistic therapist at that time with people one-to-one, and seeing them literally doing everything, getting up, doing qigong, regular acupuncture, eating vegetarian food, clearing beliefs, doing yoga, mantras, praying, affirmations, vision boards. They were doing all of it. Yet before I'm coming for sessions with me with sound and kinesiology, and they were getting a bit better, but their lives weren't changing fundamentally. Like, they weren't seeing results. And that is quite frustrating. It's also hard to see, because you're like, I know this is helping, but why is it not getting the results that I'd like it to be? And of course, when student ready at some Feng Shui masters arrived in Ireland, I dived into training, and I started saying to my clients, hey, I'm doing this Feng Shui. And they're like, yeah, come do my house. The minute I walk in, I'll be like, well, your house is a temple or a shrine to your past. No wonder nothing's moving forward. The energy is the old version of you, and we need to change it. And when we started changing it, change your environment, change your life, we did that. And it's like that ever since. Been on a roll with it.
What a beautiful story. So first of all, you mentioned you did a few things to call in your loved one. And I'm sure that some of the women that are listening now are thinking, what did she do? I also want to call my loved one. So would you be able to kindly share some tips for the women who want to call?
For sure. This is one of my favorite things about Feng Shui, is that it covers every part of your life. So it's like your career, your finances, your relationship, your health, your connection with spirit, your business, your fame and reputation, your travel, like every aspect of your life. And so for love, it is so powerful to first of all set the intention. I am making this space ready for another person in my life. And even for those of you who are in a relationship, please don't switch off here, because this is also about improving your existing relationship. So if you are in a relationship, or if you're not, I want you to walk into your bedroom and stand in it and see, is this space balanced for two people? Is there space for both of us? Is it a sanctuary for myself and my loved one? Does it represent rest, romance, and relaxation? One of the things I love seeing in a bedroom of a single woman or of a couple is a picture of the couple together, or of a couple, a pair. So you're really making your bedroom like a vision board for the relationship that you want. So you sleep on your side of the bed, you have space in the bedside tables for the other side of the bedside table. You have artwork that represents the type of relationship that you'd like to have and the connection that you'd like. You make sure there's space in the wardrobe. A lot of bedrooms that I would work with different clients, even in a relationship, it's a very much a dominated her room as opposed to our room. And that really can then, ripple out into the entire relationship. So it's about balance. It's about thinking in pairs. So, bringing two pieces of love rose quartz into your bedroom. I had two bedside tables, two lamps. I even had two rugs. I had spare hangers in my bedroom, in my wardrobe, so there was space for him to put his clothes. I had high shelves up because I wanted someone tall, so it was very intentionally set up. And I really made this bedroom, like every time I used to walk past it, because it was like I used to keep the door open because I was so happy and proud of it, and I loved it so much that I would keep the bedroom door open. So on my way to the bathroom, I'd see it and be like, it really was a sanctuary, and it was a place that I loved, and also was very welcoming. And I think this is a thing for us even now when people say like, where should I start with feng shui? I say like the bedroom is a very important space, because it's where you spend 8 hours or 7, 8 hours a day, but it's also where your whole body needs to rejuvenate. So making sure there's no, work things in the bedroom, that you try and keep your mobile phone out, get yourself an alarm clock, put the phone away and make it just a space for you to relax and rejuvenate. And for those who want to call in love, just make sure that there's space for that person to come in.
Right. And would you kindly say something about health and maybe finance? So we just kind of, I know it's in a nutshell, and whoever wants to get in depth will be able to contact you later. But just to give us a little bit of kind of direction when it comes to improving and maintaining good health and financials.
Yeah, for sure. So for health, one of the big things, like I like to describe feng shui as acupuncture for your home. So the acupuncturist likes to it's all about the movement of qi. And when there's stagnancy, it creates disharmony and disease. And the same goes for your home. So from a health perspective, if you are having issues or things just not flowing so well, I would say the first thing I would do from a feng shui perspective is to review your home and look at places where the energy is stagnant. So this means the rooms or the cupboards that have not been looked at, that there's a wardrobe full of clothes or children's clothes that have been there for 6 months, a year, 2 years, and it hasn't been moved. It's not being used. Those spaces are literally directly linking back to stagnancy in your home. And I remember years working with a client, and we were working on her parents' house, and we walked in and she's like, welcome to the junk room. And it was right in the center of the house, which is the health area. And she's like, welcome to, there was things there that had been there for 20 years just in this space. And her dad had been really ill, and that's why she had literally hired me. And I'm like, this is it. It's completely stagnant. You need to change the energy. We need to let go of things. You need to release it. And that alone will free things up for sure. And that would be my main port of call, is to just go around your home. And there's often a misinterpretation of like what clutter is. In my opinion, the laundry room where the clothes are being changed and cleaned and moved regularly, that's not clutter. The dishes on the counter from today, that's not clutter. It's where you have not, like when you're kind of the rooms and the spaces that you're afraid to look at, and they literally are causing and directly impacting your energy and vitality.
Right. So, ladies and men, this is a good time of season changing. Go into your cupboards, go into your stagnated spaces in your home, and really take things out and see, if you need it. And if not, just let it go. Your junk can be somebody else's treasure. And you're gonna feel that impact internally, right?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And I suppose you asked about finances, and I think for me the biggest thing with that is like houses have their own personality type. So every house has, when it's born, essentially feng shui is like creating a natal chart, an astrological natal chart for your home. And every home has its own specific energies. And that personality can be good for money. It can be bad for people, like in terms of the health stuff. So there could be an overarching energy that is impacting the energy. And that's essentially that house that I moved into when I was a kid. It was just a very not a helpful house for people, and good for finances. So there's some houses that are kind of naturally positive for money, but if there's money is associated with the water element oftentimes, so making sure that you don't have any leaks or any drips in your home is something that would definitely be impacting finances. Leaving the house, keeping the toilet door closed, keeping the toilet seat down, again, where the money is where the water can be leaving, too much excess water leaving. And I would say to people, in terms of like from a prosperity perspective, the front door is important because you want to bring that energy in. So if the front door is, make sure that it's easy to open, easy to get in, and it feels good. I say to people when they're like starting out with this idea of feng shui is to, you know, start like from being out when you're outside your home. So maybe you're at the mall or you're doing your groceries and you're driving home. And I want you to tune in to the energy of your house and how do you feel? Do you feel excited? You know, how have things gone since you've moved into your house? What are the areas? So you start to become really conscious of how it's been impacting your life. And then when you're getting up to your house, like what's that feeling? You know, is it good? Does your spirits fall or rise? Because you can start to really connect with it and maybe meditate with your home, clean up that front area, make it very welcoming, and you know, change that relationship that you have with your home.
That's beautiful, and it makes such an intuitive sense to look
Mm.
after our environment. And I think is a story I want to share that I think I shared with you, which that's when I really myself understood the connection between us and our environment, and that takes me back from when my mother, I was about 12, 13 years old, and she
Mm.
had fallen into severe depression and she could not come out of bed. She couldn't go work. She's a dentist and she was just lying there. There was a lot happening in her life, of course, but she was just there and couldn't move. And I'm, as a young child, tried as you, right? We step into
Mm.
those roles, trying to see what's going on. What is the bigger picture here? And I remember telling her, and I was surprising myself because I didn't know where it came from. And I said, you know, this bedroom that you sit in here is so old and it carries so many memories and so many broken moments. Why won't you just change your entire bedroom? Just go and get yourself a new, beautiful set of bedroom. And she did. And it was like magic. She got a new wave of energy. She got new inspiration. She was, you know, placing all her things in her new cupboards and her new dressing table. And it really has had a huge impact on her psyche and her mental state. So that's where I knew there's something about our external environment. And I would love to know more. I know the basics of Feng Shui. I read a couple of books, and I implement what I know. But I really suggest you all that are listening to really take it into heart because there is so much connection between your external and internal environments. And sometimes it's easier to start with the external than the internal, right?
And that's actually the funniest part about it, is that, like, you know, doing the inner work can be way more difficult to face, but where you when you start changing your physical environment, everything starts to change. And if you're feeling stuck, you know, and I've just seen it time and time again with my clients, is that when they come in and they're feeling stuck, or there's something just not flowing the way they want it, and it's easy to just start to go, okay, well, I have this home, I have this roof over my head, and it's going to help everybody. You know, you suggesting to your mom, it changed her life, but it changed your life. It changed the whole dynamic of your house, you know. And especially the women that come into my world, I say to them, you know, you're the thermometer for your home, you know, for everybody in the family. Like, you are the ones that holds the energy, and if you're in a good place, everybody is going to feel that ripple effect. So by enhancing the environment, by looking after it, really makes such a huge difference.
Amazing, amazing. And so I want to wrap up this beautiful conversation, and I want you to give us a takeaway, if you may, something
Mhm.
that we can kind of take even further from this beautiful conversation. And then I also want you to tell us where we can find you, where we can follow you, and learn more about the wonderful work you do in the world.
Yeah, for sure. Well, the biggest thing I would say to people is today to do an exercise called Fresh Eyes, and to just wander around your home, imagining it's the first time you've ever come in, and just like ask it to show you what needs to be moved, what needs to be removed, what needs to be what just it's like not that's not in alignment with where you're going. So like, create and make your home a vision board for your future, and not trying to your path.
Love it. I love it.
Yeah. So people can find me at patricialohan.com, and I have a feng shui mini course called Feng Shui 101, that there's some incredible resources to kind of understand this practice and to get started implementing around your house. There's lots of great insights into just the depth of how this can support you in every area of your life. So it's a beautiful program that's at patricialohan.com, and it's my one-on-one mini course. And there's also resources for abundance, finances, relationship, career as well. Plenty of those there as well.
Thank you so much. I will have all the links below so that you can follow and join this beautiful course and program and take it further so that you can really create the life you want and be supported by your environment and really be hosted in this beautiful temple, right? You are in your body temple, but your body temple is a bigger temple, right? And we want to make sure that the bigger temple is also supporting you the best it can.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Patricia. It's been such a pleasure having you here with your beautiful expertise and bringing that perspective that we can take and implement, right?
Thank you so much. My pleasure. Have a magical day.
Thank you, and ciao for now.